Time to chores. Cows are hungry. Today's April 20th. It's 10 a.m. 44 degrees. It was below freezing this morning when I woke up. But we're gonna hook the digger up. Hydraulic oil's good. This brown box is the second one I picked up. I got two just because they were cheap enough. But it's got 14,253.6 hours. It's a little low. This one's blue. A key in the bottom of the pin. I know a lot of guys. I know there's guys out there that just rely on the handle of the pin, keep it from coming out, but I don't trust it. I got to put these spacers back in on the cylinders. I had them off so I could lift the wheels up high enough to service it. So every cylinder gets one spacer. I got a meeting in a half hour, so we'll just measure this and get the info put in the brown box. And then this unit will be ready to go. I got this 100-foot tape measure. We're gonna measure it out. End of the sweep. Eyeballing it straight. Just put her there. Yep, 34 feet. This is I thought. Now we'll put that information in the brown box. $33.5 feet. So that's for tracking. Let's see. Setup. Performance monitor. We want 33.5 feet. I'm gonna sweat in here. She's hot inside. This little book here is where I keep track of brown box and the Raven monitor information, calibration numbers and such. We're not gonna measure the applicator because it's 13 knives on 30-inch spacing, so that'll be a pretty easy figure. And in this booklet I have, this is my anhydrous book. I got my cal numbers in here for the Raven monitor and tank volumes for a small tank and a large tank. I also have tank numbers with acres in here, that way I can do the math and see how much I got each tank did and figure out my rate just to double check things. I remember being in high school and the teachers telling me I can't use a calculator on a test, or don't rely on a calculator because you'll never in your life will you always have a calculator on you. Well, they were wrong. I have one in my pocket all the time. It's even by me when I sleep. I always have a calculator. In fact, I have something better than a calculator with artificial intelligence, the internet, right with me all the time, anytime. I don't need to know nothing. My phone figures it out for me. I'm actually going to bring the book with for the Raven monitor because it always seems like that first day it's all Greek, I forgot. I haven't ran it for a year. And I also wrote down in the brown box, maybe the brown box keeps track of it, but I wrote down the field, which direction I was heading, and the heading I actually put And that way, when I come back to put in headers on, I should be at the exact same angle, following the chisel plow, and everything will be great. Well, it's April 21st today, about 7:30 a.m. and we're going last night. I was going to empty both the tanks. I only got one empty last night because I hit a rock and broke a shank, and that took me a while to fix. But I did get it fixed last night, and then it was late, and I was like, well, screw it. So it's going real good right now. The satellite drift on SF1 was maybe 3 inches. I went and picked the right where I left off, just resumed the same line, no shifting, nothing, and it worked out great. Super pleased. This tank is so freaking big, I have to skip passes, tiger stripe, whatever you call it, because if I try and go right up against the last path, the turn's too sharp and the wheels just push dirt like crazy. I'm putting in headers on here at 4.5 miles an hour. I could go faster, but I don't think I need to worry about the weather. It's supposed to storm and rain Thursday. Today's Tuesday. So I don't have problems all day today and tomorrow. We should be done. It'll rain, hopefully an inch, maybe 2, slowly, and then we'll plant. It'll be perfect. Have to slow down for the slow spot. Hopefully not break shanks. That's how I broke one last night. Got too deep, hit a rock. One corner was too deep. She hit a rock and that was it. She busted. So I set the field cruise. So I have it full throttle, and we're running at 1560 to 80 RPMs, and that way I can get on the same speed all the time. This is way more tractor than bar, so when the tractor starts lugging, apparently the field crews will keep it from sending extra fuel. So it basically won't lug. That's the way I was told. So I only use it for putting in headers on it. I think it's more for like planting and stuff. But this is a 13 shank bar, 30-inch spacing, so it does 32.5 feet at a pass. And yeah, it's more tractor than bar. So I guess I can have that luxury. So I'm on the second tank on the trailer. Should get about 33 acres per tank. All I'm using this egg leader monitor for is for acre counting. Drawing a little map so when I'm out here, especially at night, I can see like how close I'm getting to the building site, whatever. That's all it's doing, it's just counting acres up there. And the Raven 440 is controlling all the valves out there on the cold flow. One's an on-off and one's a rate. So I can actually flip to rate 2 Now it's putting on 180 pounds of actual end. I'll go back to 160 pounds. So see, it's 49 degrees this morning, and I don't know how cold anhydrous is, but to be able to see all that stuff's frosting up, that's how cold it is. I want to say it's like negative 128 degrees, below 0 Fahrenheit. I could be wrong, but I know it's really cold stuff. Just out here putting anhydrous on. Now we're filling in where I skipped. You guys can see. I'm gonna pass over there. About 10 to 7. Still at it. Moved to a different field. 48.2 acres done. We are putting on 160 pounds actual of nitrogen. We did get a new, you can see on the tank, the hose going to the tank, there's an orange valve there. Picked that up today. The old one would not shut, and you had to bleed the whole hose from the cooler to the tank. And it takes like a half hour. So I picked up this new valve, and now it literally is like 10 seconds and I can unhook the hose. So that's super nice. It's like 78 degrees, which is amazing. It's warm for April 21st. This is more like May weather. Coming up to the headland. I like to lift it up and make sure there's smoke coming out. So if you got a knife plugged, you're not going to know it till the corn's growing. Beautiful day, very beautiful. We got about 10 more acres. Probably be some light yet before I get this tank emptied and switch to the next one. I got 2 more 1,400 gallon tanks here that are full. Down in the northwest corner here, way in the corner, because I wanted to make sure they were out of the way, especially in the dark. Drifting around till 4:30 with the blues on my boot and my bottle on the floor. Living in a... I'm getting close to done for the night here. Get this tank empty. Probably another 4 more acres. I call it a night. It's 10 p.m. right now. So I live in the great state of Minnesota. I drove around my neighborhood a couple days ago and checking out the new marijuana farm. Minnesota legalized recreational marijuana, and my local town is the first town in the county to have a dispensary. I never thought I'd live to see the day of dispensary advertisements on my hometown. It's really a shame. I don't know what's next, but the direction we're going ain't good. A neighboring county accidentally collected $1.5 million on property taxes that they weren't supposed to. They overcharged, and they literally came out in the news and said, we're going to put it in our general fund because we're not set up to print off checks to property tax owners. It just boggles my mind that these people would go on the news and literally say, hey, we screwed you. Sorry. I just wonder where the future goes. Like, my county, will they see this and be like, oh, sorry, we made a mistake, my bad, you know, and they do it on purpose? Who's to say that won't happen? It's really a shame what's going on in this state. I'm really disappointed. I'm really embarrassed to be called a Minnesotan. With all the damn protests that go on around here, it's terrible. Nobody's got nothing better to do than run around the streets and call each other names and throw shit at each other. That's all we got to do in this state. That's it. I'm really embarrassed that my hometown has got flags out advertising they're selling marijuana. It really bothers me that they're advertising it on Facebook. The local community page has all these people there having cake and just all excited. Yeah, big addition to the town, marijuana sales. This gives a bad image, in my opinion. Bad image. I honestly don't care if people want to smoke marijuana. I honestly don't care if people want to do that kind of thing. Do it in your own home. Don't do it in public. Whatever you want to do in your own home is your own business, not mine. But we're just out here flaunting it. Hey, we got drugs for sale in our town. Really pisses me off when it's advertised publicly and my hometown that everybody's trying to be proud of, everybody wants to be proud of. And we got riffraff things going on in town, and we're advertising it, putting out signs. What a shame. What a shame. It's really a shame. All the tax fraud that goes on in this state. Very embarrassing. Nobody seems to have any morals or any pride. Everybody's just, let's screw everybody else. And I can't believe elected officials in this state have no shame in all the fraud that's going on. And I can't believe that the people in this state tolerate it. That and demanding that these politicians be held accountable and kicked out of office. And, you know, even if they weren't involved, which I have my doubts, I think all the way to the top, I would not be surprised, but I don't know. I'm just guessing that these people are involved. But regardless, even if they don't know, that's their job. They're running this state. How can you're responsible? You're in charge. Bad things happen on your watch. That's your responsibility, and you should be held accountable. That's motivation to do your job and make sure there is no fraud. It's ridiculous. I'm really embarrassed. I really wish I lived in Iowa. I won't wear any clothing that says Minnesota on it. It's just too embarrassing. We got crooked politicians, and we're prioritizing drugs in this state. It's terrible. I'm embarrassed, and everybody else should be too.